Hi, friends. This is Donzella. Today I decided I would make a simple, delicious dish of my favorite stuffed peppers. But this dish would be unstuffed peppers because I love stuffed peppers, but I don't like the work. So today I'm going to be making an easy stuffed peppers over rice. And so just thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. And let's get started. So we'll start out with I'm using ground turkey. You can use ground beef. And if you use ground beef, remember to drain some of the oil off of there. This is lean ground turkey. It has no fat in it, so therefore I added a little oil. And so to this ground turkey, I'm going to add just some simple seasonings. I have my onion powder, and I have my garlic powder, and I also use this Mrs. Dash uh, chicken seasoning. I like Mrs. Dash because it does not have any salt in it, but it has a lot of flavor. So put some of that in there. And again, this is the Mrs. Dash chicken uh, grilling blend. And I am not promoted by any of these companies. These are just products that I just like to use. So, top of that, I add a little twist to my stuffed pepper mixture. I'm going to be adding just a little package of the Saison, half a package. I just like it for the color. That in there. It's getting a little messy, but that's okay. When you're cooking, you're allowed to be messy. And then I'm going to add some taco seasoning. This is what I like to add a little bit of that to my stuffed turkey filling. Now we're going to add some onions, just the onions. I have diced onions and trio of peppers. I have the yellow peppers, red peppers, green peppers. But right now, we're just going to put our onions, and I have some diced garlic in here as well. So just put that in there. Like so. All right. I hope you can see that. There we go. Just keep stirring that around. And we just want to cook this until our onions are soft. And this already smells good. Okay, into this, now I'm going to add some diced tomatoes. And I used just a simple can of stewed diced tomatoes. You can use any type of tomatoes. You don't have to use the stewed. I just happen to have stewed, and this is what I used. Into this, we're going to add some tomato sauce, like so. And friends, when I cook, I don't measure my seasonings. I just go by taste. Um, just start out a little at a time and layer your seasonings. Be careful, just don't dump a bunch of seasonings in at one time. Just layer your seasonings. Okay. And then I'm going to also add some chicken broth. Yeah, give it a little bold flavor here. Let it cook down. I'm going to let this cook down. And friends, I'm using minute rice because in my kitchen I like simple, delicious, and quick. So this is an easy, quick meal, and that's why I use minute rice. Cooks in 5 minutes. If you don't like minute rice, you can use regular long grain rice. And we just want to cook this down. Let's let that simmer down. And to this, friends, we're also going to be adding some. I'm going to use some four-state cheddar cheese. You can use any type of cheese you want. You can grate your own cheese, but since this is going to be a quick and easy meal, I'm going to use the cheese that's already grated. I'm also going to use some mozzarella cheese. And I'm also going to use some of this Parmesan and Romano cheese. So let's keep an eye on this. Let's keep this stirred down. I'm just going to taste my sauce and see if I have enough seasoning here. The seasoning is pretty good, so friends, I also add a little sugar to my mixture. Just a little bit of sugar, not much. That takes some of the tartness out of from the tomatoes in here, so it's not so tart. Okay, let's see if I need to adjust that at all. Nope, that's good. So what I'm going to do is start, as I said, layer your seasoning. So after tasting that, I'm going to add a little bit more Mrs. Dash. I'm going to add a little more onion powder. A little more garlic powder. And we'll just keep cooking this down and turn my burner down some. I just want to reduce this down. And again, friends, in my kitchen, everything is just simple, easy, delicious, nothing fancy. Work with what you have in your pantry. There's no fancy cookware, none of that. It's simple, uh, delicious, fulfilling meals that the whole family will enjoy. We'll just keep cooking that down. So we reduce it down. And then after we reduce it down some more, then I'll put my peppers in here. Okay. In the meantime, let's let that cook just a little bit more. Yeah, so drop a little bit of tomato paste in here. And again, friends, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. There we go. We just want to reduce it down. Just keep stirring it. So you don't want it to stick. And again, friends, if you like quick and easy meals, especially for those busy weeknights, or if you have children and they're in lots of different programs, your weeknights and weekends are full, and you want simple recipes that are easy to put together and definitely easy on the budget since the groceries are so expensive nowadays. So follow me on my channel. My YouTube channel is at Miss Donzella Cooks. Like, share, and subscribe for more recipes. And if you have friends, family, um, share the recipes with them. If you know someone that's just learning how to cook, my channel is great for beginner cooks as well. And remember, friends, no matter what you cook, the main ingredient that you put in every dish, no matter whether it's a simple dish or an elaborate dish, make sure your main ingredient you start with is love. And whatever your hands do it with all your might. Ecclesiastes 9:10. Okay, friends, this is looking pretty good here. So now what we're going to do, we're going to add our peppers. And the reason I put them in last is I don't want them to cook all the color out of them. See, that's such a beautiful color. And we want to keep as much color in there as we can. So let's stir our peppers in there like so. And this is looking really good so far, friends. And this is what you want it to look like. Here we are. Okay, let's put that down. Let's keep going here. And like I said, I put my peppers in there last. I diced them up. You can use pepper strips if you like. I just diced mine, and I want to cook them just enough so they're tender, but not where they're all the color is gone, because we have some beautiful color there. Let me turn my heat down on my stove. And here, friends, I'm going to start adding some cheese in here. Let's start out with our cheddar cheese. Let's put a little bit of that over in there. Turn this down. Let's put some of that in. Use as much as you like. Sorry, friends. Phone rings as you're busy. Okay. So we've added our cheese. And now let's add some mozzarella cheese in here. Like so. Stir that around. And friends, this recipe is easy, it's fast, and it's just as good as the classic delicious stuffed pepper stuffed peppers, but without all the work. Okay, like so. And I want to throw a little this Parmesan and Romano in here. So that. And taste this and see what we have for flavor here. Mm. Well, that is really, really good. And again, like I say, you have all the delicious flavor of your traditional classic stuffed peppers without all the work. Okay, so like that. So now, friends, we're gonna plate this over some rice. So I have my minute rice here, and a dish like this will feed a lot of people. So if you have a large family, this is a great dish. So we'll take our stuffed pepper, unstuffed peppers, like that. Put it over your rice. Okay, and here, friends, you have my version of unstuffed peppers, bell peppers, over rice, and it has I use ground turkey, peppers, onions, cheese, stewed tomatoes, chicken broth, tomato sauce, a little tomato paste, and your basic simple seasonings like your onion powder, garlic powder. I used Mrs. Dash. Okay, friends, thank you for taking the time to visit my YouTube channel and share this recipe with me. And if, like I said, if you like easy dishes such as this, check out my channel at Miss Donzella Cooks, where I share affordable, easy, delicious meals. And like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again, friends, and have a blessed day.